Good morning, everyone. This morning, we're going to be taking a personality test. We're going to be taking a personality test together. And essentially, our goal is to figure out where can I improve today. We want to find our pinpoints because we want to get out of our mental and physical comfort zones. I think we all have our own comfort zones. These personality tests, they have a lot of pros and their cons. So we're going to answer these questions just that. Who was Carl Jung? What is the Myers Briggs test? And essentially, why take a personality test? How can it really benefit you? Enjoy the morning show. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dr. Aaron Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises that'll make you absolute best person you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. Good morning, everyone. So shout out to one of my best friends who actually I was talking to him about last night, taking personality tests, and I was like, man, I think that'd be a fun show topic. So we're going to actually just run through this. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of reading, answering questions as honest as possible. And then hopefully it can be inspiring you, the whys behind it and how we use it, whether it's in coaching or just your day-to-day lives to just become better people, right? Be kinder to ourselves. That is our ultimate mission here. Okay. So let's start with Carl Jung. Let's taking a personality test live. We're going to get to that here in a minute. So what is the Myers Briggs test? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Good old ChatGPT is going to help us out today and kind of answer some of these questions. So starting here, Myers Briggs. Okay, can everyone see that? I think this one's a little bit easier to see. Okay. So the Myers Briggs type indicator is a psychological tool that aims to measure and categorize personality based on 4 dichotomies. Dichotomies just means like opposites, resulting in 16 possible personality types. This is really cool. I didn't know this. It was developed by Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter, Isabel Briggs Myers, inspired by the theories of Carl Jung. Carl Jung, so who was Carl Jung? Carl Jung, he was born in Switzerland, Kessel, Switzerland, born in the 19th century, died in the 20th, psychiatrist and psychoanalyst. And he was most known for his collective unconsciousness, which we won't be talking about today, versus the archetypes. So we'll be talking about the archetypes and specifically the personality types to see how we can learn more about ourselves and where we can improve. So I think it's helpful for the Myers-Briggs. I wanted to go over. So these are the 4 dichotomies that really this test is measured by. And I think it's understanding these because everyone's on a scale. There's nothing that's going to nail down you and understand you at such a high level like you will, correct? So just keeping these in mind, I think, and knowing the definitions of them is helpful before we get started. So humor me as we go through this morning. We're going to be doing some learning this morning. So I'm sure you've heard of these terms, but just giving some definitions to them, I think, are very helpful. We have extroversion versus introversion. So extroversion, you are more oriented toward the external world and social interaction. You recharge your batteries by going out, meeting with friends, talking, this and that. That's going to taverns, whatever, extroversion. Or you have introversion, and this is the internal world of thoughts and reflections. You recharge your batteries from being by yourself, reading, that type of stuff. So think of introversion as just people, you recharge your batteries on your own and more like through thought and reflection, versus extroversion, you like through the external world. Okay. Then we have sensing and intuition. This dichotomy refers to how you prefer to take in information. Sensing individuals focus on concrete and practical information, while intuitive individuals focus on abstract and theoretical. So intuitive, abstract, and theoretical, and versus sensing, this is more concrete and practical information. Sensing, practicality, intuition, like abstract thought. Okay, cool. Thinking and feeling. This dimension reflects how you prefer to make decisions. Thinking individuals tend to prioritize logic and objective analysis. That makes sense, using logic, thinkers. While feeling, these are more based off of emotions, individuals prioritize personal values and the impact of people. So feeling versus thinkers, so thinking and feeling. Judging and perceiving. This dimension relates to how you prefer to deal with the outside world. Judging individuals like structure and order and prefer to plan. So think of these people as the planners that you know. Maybe this relates to you or someone you're close to. While perceiving individuals prefer flexibility and spontaneity. So flexibility, that's I can already like think of the ones for myself. Like I'm definitely more perceiving, feeling, intuition, and introversion myself. So I have a general sense before going into this myself, and you should too. But this is just work on ourselves. What's a better investment than ourselves this morning? I'd say there's nothing better than an investment in ourselves. So that really answers our question of like, why take a personality test? Just to figure out more stuff on you that you can improve. It's always a process, right? Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for tuning into the show this morning. Good morning back to you. Thanks for tuning in. So let's get to this personality test. So we're going to take this personality test. I'm going to run through this. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this link over. I'm going to put it in the comments. It's in the description for the video as well, but I'll just slap it here in the comments as well. If you want to click on it, check it out. This one's free. This one I found to be the best, so I was talking with a couple friends, a couple clients, and I like this one a lot. So we're going to go ahead and run through it. So free personality test, complete the test, view detailed results, unlock your potential. This might take a little bit, so stick with me to the end to find out my results. And also so these are the 16 indicators that the archetypes that you could become, and whether you're the architect, the commander, the debater, the advocate, the mediator, the protagonist. So these are what they're based off of, but I just want to give a visual before we get started, because it's going to pick, after you answer these questions, it's going to pick one of these that they believe is closest to you. And then you can learn more about that. But again, everyone's on like a spectrum. So whether you're probably a mixture of these, right? But either way, there's opportunities to just, oh, yeah, I'm really introverted. I could really grow as an individual if I went to some type of conference or something like that. We'll give more examples as we go through. Okay. You regularly make new friends. I would disagree. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Agree. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Disagree. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Disagree. Plan A, we're going straight for it, folks. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I'd agree. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. So regardless, I talk on camera a lot, but in networking events, this is something that has been tough for me, is just introducing myself to people. I definitely tend to get nervous. Okay, next. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Disagree. I'm all over the place. You're very sentimental. I disagree. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Disagree. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. I'd say disagree. I still believe in myself I screw up all the time, and I still have pretty strong faith in myself. Gosh, that is delicious. Shout out to Cool Beans. The coffee I've been making from you guys is absolutely so bomb. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Disagree. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. You're not too interested. Disagree. I love like taking a new look on things all the time. You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart. You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Again, this is where you're like, man, I do this and then I do that. It's kind of hard, but what do I do more naturally? You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I disagree. I still make a lot of decisions solely based off of emotion, I'd imagine. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Totally agree with that. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I agree. I'm not worried about that. You enjoy participating in group activities. I do. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Yeah, absolutely love that. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Oh God. Some of these, you might feel like a bad person answering this, you know what I'm saying? Good morning. But I'd be lying. I definitely man, I'm a coach and I want to see people succeed, but I definitely do want, I definitely am very driven by my own personal goals. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. I disagree with that. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. No, I've got confidence it'll work out. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Disagree. I'm ready to roll. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. I'd agree. I mean, I'm creative with the show and stuff, but like just creating social media posts and like working on Canva. If you use that application, that one's awesome. But yeah, I'm not super great with it. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? I disagree. I think if people actually gave time to their emotions and sat down with them and like did breathing exercises and talked to people about how they're feeling, I think we'd be less riled up. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Totally agree. Dishes get done here. Laundry gets done. Shout out to my girlfriend. You're absolutely badass at cleaning. I love you, honey. You enjoy watching people argue. Hell no. I hate that. Hate's a strong word, but I really can't stand when people are arguing. It's like, what are you doing? Like, this is doing literally nothing. It's actually making it worse, a lot worse. But I get it. Humans have emotions and everyone's at a different space and yada, yada. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Yeah, I definitely put a stocking cap and shades on when I go out and a lot of times at markets and stuff because, sometimes you just don't feel like talking to people. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Your mood can change very quickly. I disagree. I'm pretty cool, cucumber. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Yeah, I agree, unfortunately. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yeah, I'd agree. I still procrastinate a lot of stuff. Working on it, and that is definitely something I'm improving on, giving myself a lot of grace for that. But either way, you have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Very much so. Very in tune with. I've been writing a lot about like what God means to me and like what death means to me and stuff like that recently. I've been really enjoying that. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I disagree with that. I love being on my family, my close friends. It's a balance, right? And that's why those questions are kind of hard. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Disagree. I always like a theoretical example. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different than yours. You find it easy to empathize. I'd agree. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Yep. God, it hurts to do that. These are things I'm working on with my own coach and things that I'm improving to help scale my businesses and my own personal life skills. You rarely second guess the choices you have made. Agree. I'm going for it. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Like I threw a big birthday party but way more often, I freaking love just sipping some good coffee and reading a good book, man. Most of the time, that's what I really love to do. Sunday and Saturday mornings, dude. Oh my gosh. Just learning something new, relaxing. Yeah, that's my jam. You enjoy going to art museums? Hell yes. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I disagree. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I like to, but I'm not religious about it. I generally have a ballpark. I do this like little vision writing thing, and it's part of my one-page life plan class for your vision, your daily vision. That it's an exercise we do. That counts as a to-do list. Yeah, I'll agree to that. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree, dude. I mean, yeah. I mean, man, the little liars out there. But do I feel insecure? I think I used to a lot more, is how I'd answer that question. A lot less now, but I still feel insecure about stuff, specifically about like selling and reaching out to people and trying to get new clients. I definitely feel insecure. You avoid making phone calls. Prospecting, yeah, that is my biggest struggle right now, is just putting myself out there in mass volume, like doing the morning show, making social media stuff. That's fine. But making calls and setting appointments and meetings all the time, that's my biggest struggle, for sure. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are different, very different from your own. Very much agree. I love a different perspective. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. You bet your butt I do. I do that all the time. Just reaching out to my friends. How you doing? How's things going? What's up? I will say I am pretty good at that. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. I'm pretty good about just doing what it is that I want to do, or what I feel is most important to me right now. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. I would agree. There's a few handfuls here and there. You have a couple memories that come back into your head, and it's like, man, why the heck did I do that? Why did I do that? I have a handful, but I have really worked on a lot of them, whether it's like through therapy, my life coach, just talking to my girlfriend, my family. So it's definitely gotten way better. But for a long time, I had a handful of experiences and like white lies or things that I did to piss people off that really made me sad. But yeah, working on that stuff is really important. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Oh, geez, come on, folks. Yeah, agree. Oh, I rarely? Oh no, I disagree. I do that all the time. Got that one wrong. Okay, disagree for that one. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I disagree. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault. I agree. It's leadership. True leadership is taking responsibility and like, this is my fault. What can I do about it? Don't worry about it. Water under the bridge. Yeah, it saved me a lot of stress. A personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I agree. Dude, some days I will go bonkers and work all day long. And then some days I am not doing this right now. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel. Disagree. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I agree. I mean, that is definitely what I do. That's actually one of the cons of coaching, man, is I spend a lot of time alone, like a lot. And yeah, there's pros and cons to that. But you believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Nope. I love that stuff. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. I disagree. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. I feel like I am really good at that. I got a pretty good idea. You often feel overwhelmed. I agree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Disagree. I have no problem with asking for help. I think that's one of my superpowers. Is like, I don't know how to do this. Help me do this. Especially like rental properties and houses, I'm not good with electrical, not good with plumbing, but I'm willing to learn, and I'm willing to sit and like be moral support as I have friends that help me, I have family that helps me, I have contractors, and I have so many people who help me with that. With the real estate stuff specifically, man, I'd be burnt toast if I didn't have the circle I did. Anyway, you were very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I would say I agree with that. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Like, what are we talking here, right? You know, am I a piece of crap to say I disagree? Like, would I not take would I give up a coaching client to give it up to another coach? Would I do that? If I believe they were a better fit, I would. I'll agree with that. I'll give myself that. You struggle with deadlines. I agree with that. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah, for sure. Okay, what is my gender? Male. Okay, let's see the results. Mediator. Okay, mediator. What the heck is a mediator, right? So mediators are poetic, kind, and altruistic people, always eager to help a good cause. So I'm 76% introverted. Interesting. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. Yeah, that's definitely true. I definitely love like a good party or a big business seminar every now and again, but like once a quarter, right? Once a month at most. I'm not big on like, I don't need to be doing the big shindigs all the time. That's just not my style. So that makes sense. Like 3/4 of the time. I like these percentages because there's no like 100% this or 100% that, right? So intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They value originality and focus on hidden meanings and distant possibilities. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. I would say that's true. They tend to be flexible nonconformists who value novelty and stability. Assertive individuals are self-assured, even tempered, and resistant to stress. They refuse to worry too much and tend to be self-confident when striving to achieve goals. Okay, and then you can put in your email to kind of get a laundry list of your results. But okay, so this is the mediator, and then we kind of can look through this. So this is kind of a cool chart, but this was all free, and you can do this at any time. And then you're gonna get your these are pretty long, so we're not gonna read through these today, but we can go through. So it's actually not that long. Mediators you may know. This is kind of cool. J.R.R. Tolkien, William Shakespeare, Alicia Keys, Julia Roberts, Johnny Depp. Oh, Johnny Depp, my man. That guy's wild. Okay. All right. But yeah, you'll get your personality type and then you can read about it. But really, so before I kick this off, so we just took this personality test, 16 personalities. If you look in the comments section or the description for this video, you can get the link to go do that for free. This is something I have all my coaching clients do. It's just a good warm up. It's free. And it just gives me a better idea of who you are. I also have my own questionnaire for my private clients anyway. If we're going to do one-on-one sessions, I think we should have a better idea of who each other are. But okay, let's answer this question. Let me kick this off the screen before we peace out of here. All right, let me make this full. Okay, so why take a personality test? I believe taking a personality test is an awesome opportunity to get out of your comfort zones, mental and physical. So we saw on here that, I need to share my screen again. Okay, we saw on here that I am more introverted. So I believe I have, let me zoom in on this bad boy. So getting out of our comfort zones. I scored highly introverted, and I believe this to be true. So what is an opportunity for me to get out of my comfort zone, both mentally and physically? I think if I go to a social event and I put myself out there and I'm mingling and I'm talking with people, I'm going to feel uncomfortable. but that is growth, baby. That is the opportunity. I think becoming well-rounded and experiencing life in its fullest is the real opportunity to just enjoy and become the skilled individual that people want to rely on. Like, if you, whether you're watching this morning or I ever have the pleasure of meeting you in person, I want you to be like, wow, like Tanner helps people, and he just genuinely wants people to not feel as overwhelmed and wants them to get more done that's in line with their goals. If you think this and you're impressed by me, and I'm an introvert, so when we're meeting each other, if I give off that vibe, I've rounded out my personality, my skills, and so you can start to see how doing something mentally and physically is a real opportunity to do that. So intuitive and observant, we talked about thinking and feeling. So I was pretty in the middle of that. Prospecting and judging. I think under here for another opportunity for me would be more organized, to not be so, I'm bouncing off the walls a lot of days, whether I'm going in and out to like have private sessions with my clients, or I'm running over to one of our rental properties in our portfolio, or this and that and this and that. I get a lot of stuff like in the moment to take care of, and it can cause a little feng shui, little overwhelming feeling. And I think getting more structure and being more disciplined on certain time blocks, like in the morning time when I'm creating social media content, when I'm prospecting out to find new clients to take my class, One Page Life Plan. Shout out to talktotanner.com. Go to talktotanner.com if you want to check out my 6-week class called the One Page Life Plan. But back to our point, we want to just get out of our comfort zones, whether it's mental or physical. And if I would do a better job with going out there and being with a group of people, maybe I could do something like, how could I push myself mentally? I could join a group or an organization where I forced to meet with a group of people. Or for physically, I could join a cycling class. I could do something physical with a group of people. But I think getting out of our comfort zones, both mentally and physically, is the secret to becoming a more well-rounded individual and becoming that, that badass who can do whatever you want, whenever you want. But that's all I had for today. So I scored as a mediator. If you're just now tuning in with us, good morning. But we took this personality test off of 16 personalities. It was pretty fun. You guys got a better look inside of who I am, and we answered the questions of the Myers Briggs test, father-daughter combo. Shout out to them. Who was Carl Jung? Swiss philosopher and psychoanalyst, psychiatrist. Why take it? Getting out of our comfort zones, and what is your archetype? So I'll leave that up to you guys to take your own test. If you have any questions and you want to talk to me personally, you can always go to talktotanner.com, and then you can go to contact, and then you can schedule a call with me. If you want to talk about your goals, if you want to talk about things that we're working on, go ahead and book a time with me. But yeah, go over to talktotanner.com, exactly what you see in the banner below. But that's all I have, friends. Let's connect. If you know someone who needs a coach, you talk to your main man, Tanner, and I will catch you guys bright and early on tomorrow's episode. Woo, it's going to be a good one. Episode 409, baby. 409. We're on 408. We ain't stopping until we get to 1,000. So honored and privileged. I get to come on here and do this every day, improve myself, and then hopefully you guys can improve yourselves as well as we're on the journey to success. Thanks so much. I love you all. Check out talktotanner.com. I'm your coach, and I will be seeing you bright and early tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, with another episode of the Talk Tanner Morning Show. Cheers, friends. Peace.